Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Aldi Part 4 live special. Yes. Hi, B. How are you doing? Hope everyone's okay. Yeah, I take it you enjoyed the football on. Was it Wednesday now? I can't remember now. I think it was Wednesday, wasn't it? Yeah. So it was a bit fraught, but yeah, typical England job. But we managed to win, which wasn't typical. So there we go. But yeah, hope everyone's doing okay. It's an Aldi special Part 4. One with a landslide, pretty much. I think you'd say this week. Yeah, it definitely seems to be a love for Aldi. I think it's possibly, I don't know, I speak to Steve in the comments and he was saying that because Morrison's got taken over by a big American conglomerate or whatever. I don't know if that just sort of basically stops any chance of Morrison's getting anything. I think, because again, I'm assuming from what Steve said, and it's probably it could be a blanket thing, that a lot of people do shop at places like Aldi and things because they are a bit more, I don't know, authentic maybe. I don't know, yeah, not sure, but just have something about them, don't they, that's a bit more less sort of capitalist maybe. But of course, I'm sure behind the scenes they are, but there we go. But yes, looking forward to tomorrow. I mean, I'm just glad to get into a fight. It's a shame. I just really wish that, I know we shouldn't, well, yeah, I don't know. It's just a couple of years back, whenever it was, for the World Cup, I just felt we should have got to the final then. It was such a shame that we didn't. But I know this is the Euros, and it still we couldn't complain about it. But there we go. Yeah, hi Andrew, how are you doing? Yes, I haven't been to Asda yet, basically, Andrew. So it is on my list of things to do. But I basically went to Aldi this morning and Home Bargains and places like that. So it is. So I might actually be going this week before Stash Watch is the gist of it. So yeah, I'm probably due a shop actually. So long story short, not yet. But yeah, it seems like people like Aldi. I mean, as I say, for me, I've never really. I mean, I don't know if it's just the one near me isn't the same as other people's. I think Aldi's might vary as to where you go is the gist of it, and I feel like the one near me isn't the best one. It still sells. It's not bad, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd struggle to have a proper shop there. I don't know really, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, I do go in there, as I say. I went into there and I did get some extra stuff actually. Yes, more like some people watching. Yeah, well, actually, I think there are people who watch, but they don't register as watching. Andrew, if they don't, I think just if it is, you can. I think in your privacy settings and things, you don't appear active and stuff like that. So sometimes at the end of these live reviews, if you look at the actual viewing figures, there's actually like 50, 60 or something like that. So I think so anyway. I could be wrong on that. I could be totally wrong. I've just assumed that really more than anything else. Hi Sham, how are you doing as well? Good to see you, by the way. Great to see you. Yes, good to see you. Now, unfortunately, Sham, I did go to Aldi this morning and I completely forgot to check for those marshmallow brownies. I'm really sorry about that, Sham. I will do it. I went in and basically I had such a bit of a hectic morning this morning. Yeah, it just became a bit of a nightmare. So unfortunately, well, to be honest, I almost didn't go to Aldi actually because it was the way things turned out. But I did go. But unfortunately, when I went in, I completely forgot. So I do apologise for that, Sham. But they are on my list. Yeah, so hopefully I will get there at some point. So I do apologise for that. Asda own brown white chocolate, you say? Yes. Well, I probably will get a few things from Asda actually. I did get some more from Morrison's actually, if ever. There was a couple of nice things from Morrison. I'll go over them in Stash Watch this week most likely. But yeah, so so they get a couple of other things. So but obviously whether Morrison's ever wins that thing is we'll see. Yeah. For the whole set, especially the milk one. Yeah, don't worry if that's it. All right, okay, yeah. No, don't worry. Yeah, no, don't worry. But we are going through the different supermarkets, so yeah, it's worth trying out. Yeah, yes. Yes, look. So when did I say look back? Maybe I meant yes, no, Stash. Yeah, look back was a bit late last. Well, basically, I have because it's not set time. I have a bit more time to do it. But yeah, they just take some time. Yeah, it's one of those. But yeah, they can take a bit of time, unfortunately. So it's rare that they'll be on time. I think. Yeah, I think yeah, and I didn't get time to do much on the Thursday either. So it's just one of those. Yeah, the look backs and the premieres take so much time. They just take a lot of time to do. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain. You could be right there, Andrew. You could be right. Yes, honestly. Dear me. But yeah, I hope you're doing all right, everyone, by the way. Yes, so I'd say we are on Aldi again. I've got some, I did get one that's perhaps, a bit of a typical one, but we missed it out the first time because I couldn't find it, but it was there. So the first one looking at, just to get it mostly out of the way, but obviously, I think it's probably not the most exciting one, but it's the one I did manage to review. It's the Essentials White Chocolate. I did find that today. Yeah, so I missed that off last time. I think I did the dark and milk, and they're both quite nice actually. The dark and milk Essentials range actually. I was quite impressed with them. So I got the white chocolate one now. So yeah, it's basically a very cheap, very, yeah, it's like the basics range that they do, isn't it? I think other supermarkets don't tend to do basics ones anymore, but yeah, so there we go. Well, I've got a couple today actually, AB, that I'm really looking forward to trying actually. Yeah, so I'll come to them. Obviously, I'll leave you in suspenders. Yeah, so they should. Yeah, there's a couple today. Basically, Scotty put forward in the chat in Discord that there was a few new things out, so I had to look around. I did manage to find a couple of pretty exciting things actually. So yeah, so got some. Yeah, so this is we've got some interesting things actually this week. Interesting things. I've still got enough for probably another 1 or 2 Aldi specials as well, which is a bit crazy. This is about the about the brownies as well that Shams keep mentioning. I keep never, because I just don't go into the bakery section generally. Well, to be honest with you, it's a bit of a funny place, Aldi. I find it quite difficult to navigate around because it's it's well, the one near me anyway. But yeah, hi Rick, how are you doing? Yes, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Has it been another? Yes, another Aldi. Yeah. Well, the people have spoken. You know, you can't blame me. Yes, it won by pretty much a landslide this week. How's the weather, by the way, where you are, Rick? I've heard it's really hot in North America at the moment. Although in New York they had flooding, so I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, although flooding, well, heavy rain usually does follow hot spells, doesn't it? I guess, unless you're in a crazy place. But yeah, yes. Oh, thank you, Sharon. It's very sweet of you. No, honestly. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the channel. I'm glad to keep people turning up and enjoying it. I know it's one of those, isn't it, where obviously, you know, I don't know, I think the live reviews and videos add a bit something different than in typical sort of YouTube stuff. I know a lot of other YouTubers do live stuff, but maybe not the chocolate people, so maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, we've got this white chocolate essentials, so obviously very basic, you know. I mean, I'm assuming it's just as difficult to make this design as is a more fancy looking one. They just purposefully make it look basic. Yeah, you know, they don't need to, do they? You know what I mean? Could make it look amazing, you know. And it's, so, you know, it's one of those, isn't it? You know, clearly people, it's just the effect of branding and wrappers and stuff. But this bar contains 4 25-gram servings. That's presumably because it's a 100-gram bar. Yes, 100 grams. There we go. Got the Aldi logo on. Yeah. What does it say? So 516 calories. So on the lower end of the 500 to 550 scale. And I've made up that top chocolate usually has 27 grams of fat, 16 of which are saturates. So there we are, not bad. Yeah, so what's it got in it? Anything interesting? Hopefully white chocolate. Let's have a see. I like the way that I thought there was something covered up there. So I like the way they've done that. I like the way they purposefully. I quite like that. A lot of regular. So I mean, you have made effort where it matters, doesn't it? You know what I mean? You have actually put some effort in. A lot of chocolate bars and things, they'll continue the stuff underneath these flaps. But they've purposefully not done that, and I quite like that. That's some. Well, I don't know if it's unusual, but it's interesting. It's nice that they've done it. Rainforest Alliance vanilla extract. It's got no. I've not got too many ingredients in. If I can find where it is. Yeah, no palm oil or anything like that. Suits vegetarians. There we go. Yes, I went to B&M Sham and I did get the orange dimes as well. So yes, I did get them. Yeah. So I'll be on Stash Watch on Wednesday. A bit of a sneak peek. Yes, there we go. So nothing too dramatic to talk about, I don't think. Rainforest Alliance, as I say, just what that means, who knows? I think it's just another one of those things that they can put on to say that there's something good about them, but it doesn't really. So, yeah, it does talk about it slightly down there. Yeah, it's got star. It's Rainforest Alliance certified. Find out more ra.org. So there we go. All right, let's zoom down a bit. Yeah, they do, don't they? Yes, yeah. It's really annoying, isn't it, AV, as well? Sometimes you miss things or can't see it. I mean, well, it is more for me because obviously I'm trying to look at them. But obviously, if people are interested, I don't know if, you know, yeah, it's obviously difficult then. But, you know, whenever I'm trying to sort of do it, yeah. So, yeah, McGregor. Well, to be honest with you, Rick, I sort of hear about McGregor and things in the news, but I don't really watch them, you know. I mean, what is it? I thought he'd retired or something now. I thought he'd kind of had his big defeat and then that was it, really. Is he still about then, is he? Presumably so. Yeah. I guess if he loses, well, I guess he just makes a lot of money whether he wins or loses, doesn't he? So, you know, it's kind of a win-win situation, really. You can't lose if you win when you lose. Yes. Possibly, Shan, possibly. I did get some new stuff today, yep. So, and I might be going to Asda as well to get a few more things as well, as I mentioned before to Andrew. So, yes. Yeah, see, so there we go. Yes, let's give this a bit of an open. I think I've got the old measuring equipment. Yeah, fighting tonight, you say? Right, yes, I see. Where is it? Where is it? One of those middle of the, well, in the UK, middle of the night things, presumably. Let's give this a bit of an open. So white chocolate never kind of agrees with my, you see the saturated the plate goes. But we'll see how it looks anyway. Hopefully it looks, let's give it a bit of an open. There are some flourishes here. And it looks, I mean, it looks like white chocolate, so, you know, that's a good start. Yeah, so, give a bit of a measure. Now, I've opened it, so of course that can affect the, about 90.1 centimetres there. It's obviously without, it's now about, yeah, it's now about 15.8 centimetres. Yeah, so there we go. So again, it's still a bit, I won't say it's melty in the house, but it does feel a bit warm. I don't know what's going on at the moment. It's as if there's something, I don't know if the UK's a bit, I don't really understand humid weather and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what's going on in the UK at the moment. It's just more humid, and that's what's affecting the, it's not really necessarily the temperature, but it's something in the air maybe that's making things melt a lot. I've never experienced it before like this. So yeah, it's one of those. Yeah. Yes, seen the Tony's milk caramel cookie. Is that Tony's Chocolonely? No, I haven't. No, I have to look out for that, Rick. Yeah, it sounds nice. Sounds my cup of tea, that's for sure. Yeah, no, I didn't go to... The Co-ops are difficult. Co-op and Sainsbury's Sharma are the two difficult ones for me to get to. They're just not quite convenient, you know, yeah. So I have to really go out my way to go to any of those. So at some point I will do, but also a lot of Co-ops are quite small, so they don't have a lot of big things. And, you know, I don't know, they're an awkward shop, Co-op, really. Can't stand white chocolate on its own. Yeah, I know. Well, the Top Deck AB would definitely be for you. You know, Top Deck. I mean, I'm sure you know about that one. But yeah, yeah, it does, Rick. I'll have to look out for that one. Yeah, as I say, I'll try and remember that. I know you're in Discord. If you ever get the chance, do feel free to post it in the thing so I don't forget. It's not that it's just there's so much chocolate to get through, you know. It's so difficult. But hopefully I remember. But 7.8, and I'll probably have to go out my way to get that one because it's not sold in. It's only sold in Sainsbury's, I think. And again, like I was saying, that's a difficult one for me to get to. 7.8 wide, that one. And height-wise, I say it's a bit melty today. I really don't know what's going on with the weather. It doesn't feel warm in my house at all, but the chocolate's having a difficult time of it. 7.4 grams of fat. 7.4 millimeters. Grams of fat. And in between, about 5.4. That's about the common number. Yeah. Don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. As I say, I don't know if it's... I've just never experienced it. As I say, what I forgot it's called now, the heating temperature thing, tells me that it's what temperature it is. And I've never had problems at this temperature before. So, yeah. You're with AB as well, are you, Rick? You're not a big... I mean, I never used to be, to be honest with you. Since I've started doing this channel, I have branched out a lot more, such as with coconuts and some chopped nuts and things. Some things I, you know, just still don't like. But white chocolate was one I just never bothered with either. And, you know, to the extent when lots of people talk about Cadbury's Dream being really good, I never was that bothered about it. I really didn't have it, really. But obviously, to review stuff, I have to review everything. Well, I don't have to, but I do. Yeah, so it's one of those, yeah. Yeah, don't worry, Rick. If you can't do, don't worry about it. It's yeah, it's obviously if you can, you don't need to even. I mean, there's no pressure to use that, and even if you come on it once, you know, there's no pressure to come back. You know what I mean? But it's up to you. It's totally up to you. I'm not really a social media person. I've got Instagram. I struggle to keep up with it because you know, it's one of those. There's only so many hours in the day, isn't there? Top Deck with dark choc. Yes, yeah, that sounds a good idea. You're right. You don't really get many dark and white chocolates, and it sounds like it's a match made in heaven, that, doesn't it, really? Yeah. Cadbury chocolate buttons, yes, yeah, neither can I shy on. They'd be really nice, those, I think. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them. This is really good white. Yeah, white chocolate, I don't know. I've had, bizarrely, Nestle Milky Bar. It seems to be really good white chocolate. Yeah, nice pattern there. I think it's a nice pattern, this. You know what, I think it's a cheap bar that's not really done on the cheap. It's made to look cheaper than it actually is, as far as the wrapper's concerned, you know. I feel like these ones are quite good quality, cheap bars, these Aldi ones, to be honest with you. The other two I was quite impressed with. Let's lift myself back up again. Yeah, and this one looks, well, it's the same range, you know, so it's just going to be, yeah. Let's give it a taste, shall we? Let's just adjust the camera to make it a bit more bright. How about that? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, Top Deck with dark. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, you know, I just feel like there's so many obvious choices that they could do for chocolate and you just don't do them. It's really frustrating, really. But all right, yeah. So as I say, it's a 6x4 bar. Oh, I didn't say, but it is. Let's give it a bit of a snap. So look at it. Yeah, so I've got a couple of segments here. I think we'll try one at a time. Why not? We'll go crazy. So I've got one segment. So let's give it a taste. So it's not bad, you know. It's got a quite yeah, very funny. It's got a bit of a sort of powdery taste, I would say. And you just know, but it does have the typical white chocolate taste. It's not really catching my throat like a lot of white chocolate does. Does it taste cheap? It doesn't taste too bad. It doesn't taste too bad, actually. I wouldn't have said this tastes particularly cheap. I'd say slightly powdery, but not really. No, it's not bad, this one. I think this tastes pretty good. I think it's a perfectly nice white chocolate. It doesn't taste any... I think it tastes better than, perhaps Cadbury's White. I think it has a bit of less of a unnatural taste like those do. I'm happy with it. It doesn't catch in my throat. Lots of white chocolate does. I'd say maybe it's got a bit of a... I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad thing. It just seems to have sort of a bit of a... How can I describe it? I don't know. I think it's just the way it dissolves in your mouth. It's not... I don't think it's a bad thing, actually, to be honest with you. It just sort of seems to... I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm just... Yeah, I'll just try one more, see if I can describe. Yeah, I think it's... I guess it melts in a kind of peculiar way, and that's a bit of a funny way to describe it, really. But I think it's more like it's just the fact that it's quite powdery. Means it just has a bit of a distinct way it melts. It's catching in the throat a bit now, actually, as I've had about 4 squares. I don't think that's unreasonable. Yeah, it's not bad. This one, it's not bad. I think it's perfectly nice. I think it's just as good, if not better, I think, than the Cadbury's White offering. I think it's actually a nice white chocolate, this one. I'm happy with it, yeah. It's a basics range, as I say. I think it's pretty good. I think it's just a bit... I don't know. I don't know if it's quite as good as Milky Bar, Nestle Milky Bar. I think that's still the top of the range one, but it's not far behind, I think for me it's a good 4 out of 5, that one. I like that. As they just got a questionable texture to it, but I don't think it's that bad, really. I think I'm making it sound worse than it is, but it's just something that stood out a bit. But no, that wasn't too bad, that. I think it was a good 4 out of 5, that one. I don't think, Yeah, Tim Tams, yes. And there's the Tim Tam Slam Sham, yes, where you bite the ends off and you can use it as a straw. Yeah, they're not... the biscuit's not as good in Tim Tams, I didn't find. It was a bit more... had a rich tea consistency, I found. Yeah. Yeah, chocolate melts, yeah. Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it, Sham, that one? It is an annoying one, that one. Chocolate does melt. Yeah, I prefer it a bit solid. I'm quite happy. I don't mind refrigerating chocolate either, although it can have a slight adverse effect sometimes. But yeah, I'm with you, yeah, definitely prefer, I'll say solid chocolate, but, yeah. Not too bad in this time though, but yeah, it's just something about the weather lately. I don't know what it is. It's not warm particularly, but I've definitely noticed the past few weeks, and I think you have as well, really, that there has been a lot more meltage, on the chocolate, and I don't, and there's not really been any reason for it. I don't know what's, very strange. So, don't know what that is. Could be just something in my house, peculiar with my house or something, but I'm certainly not warm. I don't know. Odd one, yeah. Big coffee with the dark tea today. It's actually, what's the colour is it? It's meant to, well, I don't know what colour it is actually. Yeah, maybe it's charcoal actually, isn't it? I thought it was a dark green, but you're right, it is a bit sort of grey, yeah. Yeah, global warming, you might be right there, Rick. You might be right there, honestly. Yeah, so I've got a couple of interesting ones. So I'll save the, how about, I thought like maybe, we tend to do about 5 reviews, don't we, on the live one. So I've got about five for you today. So yes, yeah, possibly, Sharon. Just been such hectic week. That's the problem. It's very difficult to, to do everything basically. Yeah, it's just been one of the. I've had a real sort of hectic couple of weeks where just things have been, going on a lot. So in order to keep with the videos, it means I've had to sort of sacrifice doing a lot of other stuff. So that's why things like the look back was late and stuff like that. So save the Choco, yes. Do you watch Heroes, Rick? That reminds me of, yeah, Save the Cheerleader, Save the World. Yeah. But yeah, honestly. Yes. See. Name. See. You called in live stream finally. Well, good to see you, Name. Good to see you. Yes. Glad you could make it. Oh dear. Yeah, this is why I try to keep to the same times. I mean, sometimes, it's tempting to move the times, but yes, for reasons such as that, so you can catch me, I'm trying to keep the same time. So yeah, so great that you finally caught me. So well done. Good to see you as well. Oh, I hope you enjoy it. We just reviewed a white chocolate, a basics white chocolate. We're going to do now what we got. Well, we've got basically, yes, Aldi's versions of Kinder Bueno's spirals. Yes, this is hazelnut version. So it's their Dairy Fine range, which I actually quite like the Dairy Fine range. I think that's probably the one I like the most, I think. I know there's other Mossa stuff, but I've not been too happy with those. Yeah. So there we go. But 7 bars in here, so you buy 7 at once. So what are they? Well, I think you can quite see what they are. They're clearly Kinder Buenos, but we'll look at the description, or read it rather, or both. So it's a milk chocolate covered wafers with a smooth hazelnut filling. There we go. Milk chocolate 31%. Vanilla extract. Hazelnuts 8%. Any palm oil in there? Don't think it does. Don't think they ever use palm oil. Oh no, it does have palm fat. There we go. Palm fat. So I'll tell a lie, they do. See, this one, rather than the Rainforest Alliance, it's got PEFC. I mean, why it's different, I don't know. Is that recycling? I don't know. Maybe that's a recycling thing. Yeah, this product is managed from sustainably managed forests. Okay, that looks like it's a recycling thing. So, mind you, is the Rainforest Alliance a recycling? Well, who knows? I mean, who knows? This is the problem, isn't it? Well, they might do, AB. They might do. So yes, you might have. Yeah, you see, they might do. Yeah, we'll come on to that. Aldi Versionero. Yes, I might have that as well, Sham. I might have that as well. Yeah. Okay, so but maybe not today. We'll see. So yeah, so packet is 7 bars per 100 grams, 567 calories. So over the 500 to 550 typical range. So quite calorific, these ones. But I guess you'd probably imagine they would be. 36 grams of fat, 16 of which are saturates. And per bar, 21 grams, 122 calories, 7.8 grams of fat, 3.4 of which are saturates. So very, very low fibre in there, I don't know me to that, but we source UTZ certified cocoa and support sustainable cocoa farming. Sustainable cocoa farming. So it's got UTZ talking about that now as well. So there's all these things, yeah. Would you call myself a chocoholic? Yeah. Yeah, well, yes, basically, oh, thank you so much, yes. I hope you managed to, cope well with all the chocolate looking, in the reviews, basically, yeah, apologies for that, but yeah, basically, I just tend to have, I tend to not eat much during the week and then just do the reviews at the weekend. That's how I manage it, really. It's very difficult, though. It's not easy, yeah, it's not easy at all. But that's how I manage it, basically, yeah. So, yeah, and I eat a bit more sometimes after the reviews sometimes, but I try not to, basically. Yeah, try not to. Yes, you're going to be a little late to the orange chocolate ice cream. I say. All those orange. Why are you going to be a little late? You've not had them yet, Sharon. Is that what you mean? Yeah, honestly. But yeah, basically, well, good luck with your dieting there. It's difficult, isn't it? Though, I mean, it's very hard because, even healthy food has calories in it, basically. So it's very difficult to keep on top of it. So I do feel your pain. I really do. But I'm sure you'll manage it, just got to be careful. Yeah. All right, let's zoom down a bit then. Okay, let's have a look. Right, here we go. I'll just adjust the colour. It's all right for now, but sometimes when it starts to zoom in, well, focus in and things, the colour sort of goes a bit funny as well. So I'll just try and sort that out, hopefully. Okay, there we go. Upside down. Right, it's look okay. Should be 7 bars, apparently. It's got like a nice... pull tab here, so not too bad. Yeah, you can see it sort of goes a bit orange, can't you, in some places, but it's very, like an orangey red colour. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I quite like the Dairy Fine brand from Aldi. I think that seems to be the one that I think works the best. Just seems to generally be quite nice. Let's have a look. Right, so this, well, I'm assuming it's 7, but we'll take them out. Yes, there you go, 7. How about that? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I prefer it to be opened a bit more from the front, like a tissue box, and you had access to all of them at once, rather than like that. I feel like it's don't think it really matters, but it would. I'd probably prefer it. Yeah, so there we go. Okay. Right. Vidal sweets, you say, Sham? I think so. I think someone mentioned them just the other week. They did ring some bells. I think. Yeah, I haven't seen them myself though. No. Yeah. What are they about? Are they if I'm a different country or something, or what? As I say, I'm not. Yeah. I've heard of them, but that's about it. So let's have a look. So we'll put these back on. So we'll just see if they do actually fit the box. I think they probably do, but I reckon that the problems will be the above and below flourishes. So there's quite a tight fit there, you can see. That's not bad. We can clearly see there's going to be some big flourish action on the top and bottom. So we'll check that out when we open them. Yeah. All right. So we'll come back to that. Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's give a measure in the old box. Yes. Yes, self-control, yes. Oh, just found you love the car. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Nate. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And yeah, binge watching, you say as well. Oh. No, I'm really glad, dear. Thank you so much. It's really nice of you to say. Oh, honestly, that's really nice. Addicted to chocolate and the vids, yeah. Well, the chocolate part, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Of course, I'm perfectly happy for you to be addicted to the vids, but yeah, you've just, I don't know, it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah, but well, I'm sure you'll be fine. But yeah, you need self-control, unfortunately. I don't always have it, but yeah, I don't know. Try my best. That's the thing. Oh dear. But yeah, so just well, I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for the lovely comments. It's really nice of you to say. So yeah, there's plenty of content as well. I've got loads of playlists up. So check those out. Some of you'll notice in my older videos are perhaps a bit less. Well, I don't know. When I do my look backs, I notice that the older videos tend to sort of be a bit flat, really. You know, yeah, I don't know. It's a funny one. I don't know why that is. It's me more than anything, you know. But the technology was different I was using, and I don't know. Just yeah. And I didn't used to show my face when doing the reviews either. So you know, I just thought I wanted it to be just about the chocolate, but people like to obviously see a person's face and stuff. So I realised that and changed it after a while. But yeah, you know, it's one of those. It's an evolving thing. Things, you know, yeah, it's just the way of it. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, but you can still, they're all still there, so feel free to watch them. But I say the quality might not be quite the same. Yeah, but so let me know what you think anyway. Last time I had McDonald's, quite a while ago, Sham. I do love McDonald's, I really do love it, but I don't tend to go. I tend to try and be careful. It was last year sometime for sure, but I don't know when. Probably middle of last year maybe. So quite some time ago. So well, I've had some Indian takeaways, but I think like pizzas and stuff like that I've not had for a long time either. Yeah, even though I do love them, I just try, yeah, just eating too much chocolate to be able to treat myself to those things. So 11.5 centimeters long in the wrap. So let's take it out. Let's have a look what it looks like. There we go. So it's obviously rather than 2 fingers or whatever that the Kinder Buenos have. This is just one. So what did we say it was? Did we say it's 11.5 centimeters on the? Yeah, I think we did, didn't we? Yeah. So yeah. So what is it now? Well, I've got the old calipers, so we'll do it like that. So it was 11.5, but 9 centimeters now. Yes, there we go. So clearly you're losing 2 centimeters at a time. So it's one of those, isn't it? Yeah. You could even bring in a guest review. Did consider things like that. Yes, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those. Could do really, couldn't you? I don't really know. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I don't know how it would. I don't know how to go about that, if you know what I mean. But yes, yeah, it was a bit shy. Yeah, it was a bit nerve wracking the first time because you're never sure whether it'll go well or not. But I think it went okay. And hi, Joe. Good to see you. Yes, 10 likes already. Wow. Yeah, slap the like button, everyone. Only once, though, of course, or 3 times, but never. Always an odd number of times, basically. Never an even number. And about 2.8 centimeters. There we go. Yeah, in width there as well. Height-wise, bit of domage going on. At 1.5 centimeters. And in between, because there's obviously peaks and troughs. That's a bit difficult actually because it's a bit of a strange shape. About 1.1 centimeter there. So it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I think it looks pretty good, that. Same bit of a tie track look underneath of it. Yeah. Yeah, see? Your ninth name. Let's see what... Yeah, that's rubbish to have 2 in a pack. It's better. Well, the thing is, Sham, it's obviously... Yeah, whether it's the same weight or whatever. But yes, I know what you mean. 2 in a pack does sound more exciting. But of course, you get 7 in a pack in total with these, so you're buying them like this. So, you know, price-wise, it might work out. Oh yes, so yes, well, the 9th time you press the like button, is that what you're saying? Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, obviously, liking the video, things like this, and chatting, stuff like that, always helps out the channel. I'm not sure really how YouTube works stuff out, but I imagine any kind of interaction they'll be looking for. So any interactions at all, always great, really help out. So thank you so much, by the way, if you do that. You know, really great as well. It's always lovely to hear from you, of course. Right, so let's give this a bit of a snap then. So should I snap it? Should I cut it? I think I'll cut it. There we go. There we go. Cut it down the middle. There we are. Yes, you can see there. So there we are. So not bad. Look, I think it's what you'd probably expect. So hopefully we'll focus in. There you can see it's trying to adjust to cater for the difference in. There we go. Will it focus okay? You can pretty much see the gist of it, can't you? But yeah, it's got like the cream centre there. Quite prominent cream centre with some wafer around the outside and obviously covered in chocolate. Does look a bit Kinder Bueno, doesn't it? It seems to be a bit wider though than Kinder Buenos, I think. Not quite the same size. It's like a single finger, but slightly bigger. So you can see there clearly, yeah, all the sort of liquidy it is. Not bad. Knife companies, yes, that'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Yeah, you're right there, Rick. Just have the name on the knife. Yeah, that would be a good way to be sponsored, wouldn't it? Because it would mean then that it obviously wasn't to do with the chocolate, or even yeah. So yeah, it's probably a good idea that actually. Oh dear, yes. Yes. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice statement, Shem. Yes, show positivity. Yes, for everything really. You know, always nice. So I'll lift myself up then, so we can see what it looks like. I think we can see pretty. Yeah, I mean, well, I had a bit of a sneak taste then on the old filling there, but obviously I'll mention it more when I taste it. You know, again, properly. Okay, right. Let's give it a go. It looks very nice. I'm quite impressed with the look of it. It's a bit of a bigger version of a Kinder Bueno. Let's yeah, give it a go. Good crunch there. It tastes very hazelnutty when I had it on its own. When I just dapped my finger in it, and it's very runny. It tastes I'd say pretty similar to a Kinder Bueno, really. Without having them side by side, I would definitely say this tastes exactly the same, really. I mean, it's not bad. I've quite liked this one. It's got the hazelnut taste, of course. You know, so you know, if you don't like hazelnuts, it does taste of hazelnut. I'll say you can see the sort of creaminess here. It's very, if I sort of, you can see how creamy that is. Yeah, so it's not a solid at all. Very liquidy. Yeah, it's not bad at all. That is very similar to a Kinder Bueno. I don't think it's any different really. It's just difference in the fact that you don't get 2 of them, but you do get 7 in a pack. So, you know, and these won't be too expensive. Not bad. You know, I don't. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's give another go. Lots of crunch there. Lots of filling as well. For me, I'm not a massive hazelnut fan, so the hazelnut taste, you know, it's okay. I think the fact that it's not got any chopped hazelnuts or whatever in, there's no chopped hazelnuts in it or whole hazelnuts or anything like that. It's literally just a hazelnut cream, or hazelnut flavoured cream in the middle. It's pretty good, this one. I like it. I think it's Kinder Bueno fans. I think this is basically perfect, you know, for you. It's not any different. It's just as good. You know, so if that's your favourite bar ever, then I don't think these would disappoint you. I mean, it's hard to say to get these over Kinder Bueno, of course, but they're definitely, I don't think you're getting anything worse. So I would definitely, I'd go for them. For me, though, they're not my favourite bars. But I do like them. I think I like the crunch, I like the creamy centre, just not too big on the hazelnut taste. Can't really taste the chocolate, really. I wouldn't say on the outside, but it is there, but it's not really very prominent. It's more about the hazelnut centre. So I do like it, but it's not, hazelnut flavour is not my favourite, so that's why it's not higher than a 4 out of 5. But still a good mark, you know, good, well above average there. And we didn't do the old box check, but we'll do that with the next ones actually when I do review the next ones, you know, to see just how they'll fit in the box. So it'll be the same for both. So yeah, because we've got another one coming up in a minute. It's a slightly different one, but yes. Oh, thank you so much, Name. Yes, very nice. Some kind of criminal, all the best hidden gem pooches. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I think it's one of those really. I think it can happen where if all of a sudden someone or something or some algorithm somewhere just kicks in, you can just all of a sudden get like a big spike in subscribers or whatever. But yeah. Oh, but thank you so much, Name. It's really nice of you to say. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But it's like you say, it's the algorithm and stuff like that. Which is why, as I say, just clicking the like or chatting or whatever really does help and stuff like this. It doesn't have to be. I do have financial options, of course, but please don't feel obliged to do those. Just the regular stuff that everyone does is great. You know what I mean? So really nice, and I love chatting to you as well. So it's always lovely to do. But thank you so much, Name. Lovely comments. That's really nice of you to say. Really glad you're enjoying it. The thing is as well, of course, my videos stay out there. So once I publish something, it will stay out there. So that's the one good thing. So once it's published, it's done then. And then it can be there forever, basically. So fingers crossed, things pick up in time. Sometimes things don't. I noticed they get a spike in some videos that I've published after the event, or it could be a year later or something like that, and then all of a sudden it'll start getting loads of views or something like that, or proportionally loads. So it's an interesting one, really. Interesting one, but yeah, so we'll see. You never know. But at least you're enjoying it, though, and I'm glad, I say yourself, Rick, Shyam, AB, I'm glad all the regulars enjoy it. Yes, and of course the ones that aren't here as well today. Strawberry Fred, I've got that one, Shyam. I do have it. I was just sorting out my stash today, so hopefully I'll get that reviewed soon. Yeah. Yes, as far as the amount of likes increases, does it really? Yeah, it could. Well, yes. So if you're watching everyone, if Joe could only, I can only say that it can only be a good thing to like the video. So I can't see it being a bad thing. So please click the like button. Yeah, it would really help out, as Joe said. Well, I can only assume it could be a positive influence on how YouTube handles the video. So, but thank you so much, appreciated. And thanks, Joe, for pointing that out. It's a really good point. That. Yeah. I must admit, I must admit though, when watching other YouTube videos, I often forget to like and things. So I do understand, but obviously, if you do remember, it'd be great if you could. Real White Maltesers, yeah, you can get them from Home Pound Stretcher, I think, or Pound. No, is it Pound? No, not Pound Stretcher. Poundland. They do their own version of White Maltese. I think Home Bargains do as well. Shyam. Yeah, but you're right. I don't know why they don't do those. But yes, the next one now. So we did have the hazelnut version of Spirals. Yes, but now we've got the, look at this, double chocolate. Yes. Now that does sound well up my street. Double chocolate, I mean, wow, yeah. I mean, they look amazing, don't need to start with. So presumably, rather than the hazelnut cream, it's a chocolate cream. But it does look very nice. So I forgot to measure the barrage, just how much wasted space as far as the height of the bars are. So we'll do that with this one. I've got to do it the last one, but it's the same size box and everything. So yeah. So Dairy Fine again. I think Dairy Fine definitely is the range in Aldi that I do like the most. There are like the Moseroff stuff, and there's the, I think, what's the other one called? I can't remember what it's called now. There's Moseroff and there's another one, isn't there? Not sure what it's called. It could just be that Essentials one as well, but I think there's another one. I forgot what it is. But yeah, the Dairy Fine one seems to, I think it's the one that I like the most anyway. It seems to just have the broader range of interesting products, yeah. So they do look even better, don't they, AB? Yes, they definitely look more up my street, that's for sure. Yeah, honestly. YouTube channel. Well, basically, originally I wanted to do it about, say, I'm quite into board games. I was going to do a board game channel, but I thought rather than get into it, I wanted to do something that was a bit more, I don't know, accessible, or something else that was easier to do, basically, because board games is faffing about, and so I thought, well, chocolate's a good idea, and because I like chocolate, and everyone likes chocolate, so I was sort of doing it to see how it went, and maybe then move into board games, but I just never did, and just stayed on the chocolate, basically. Yeah, so there we go. Well, I might try and do a games one at some point, a computer games one, live stream games or something. But yeah, so we'll see. But yes, yeah, so there we go. Dave Spirals, double chocolate. Yes, these definitely look, I mean, with AB here, these ones definitely look up my street for sure. Milk chocolate covered wafers of smooth hazelnut and chocolate. So it's still got the hazelnut flavour though, AB. So yeah, we might be a bit, I think yeah, okay. I could do without the hazelnut. I mean, if it was just chocolate flavour, I think I'd be more happy. Because I think really, if I wanted the hazelnut one, I think I would have gone for the other one. So I think, yeah, but we'll see. You never know. That's what we're here for, so we'll find out. So milk chocolate 31%. Is that the same as the one? Yes, it is. 31%. Yeah, it's got palm fat in again, as before. Palm fat. Vanilla extract, all that sort of stuff. Anything else of interest? PFC again. Aldi, special produced for Aldi. There we are. Then we got the value. So it's 558 calories. So yes, again above the 550 threshold. That's normally the case for most chocolate. 35 grams of fat, 16 of which are saturates. Per bar, 21 grams, 119 calories, 7.4 grams of fat, 3.3 of which are saturates. How does that compare to the other one? Can we see them both? I can't, but I think you can. Trying to look, I can't see around the camera. Yeah, so I've shown you both there. I'll have a look myself and see now because I can't. They're roughly the same, isn't it? Actually, more calories than the hazelnut one, more fat as well, slightly more saturates. So 122 calories versus 119, 7.8 grams of fat versus 7.4, 3.4 of which is saturates versus 3.3. So yeah, both 150 grams. So quite similar, of course, quite similar. There we go. Yes, there we are. Yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah, very nice. Yeah, so nothing as much more to say. UTZ certified, PFC is well involved, all sorts going on. So we have all these different acronyms now, whatever they are, abbreviations. Yes, there we go. All right. Okay, let's give it an open then. I'm quite excited for this one. We'll see. I think the main difference really is just going to be on the inside, as you'd imagine. I don't think there's going to be any surprises there, but yeah. I say I kind of wish it didn't have the hazelnut taste, and I realise, some. I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of that really. I feel like if it was just all chocolate flavoured on the inside, but we'll see. You never know. It could make all the difference. Right, let's just sort out the colour a bit. Let's see. Yeah. Now I didn't see a white chocolate one. There is a white chocolate bueno. I didn't see a white chocolate version of this or a dark chocolate one. There could be one, but I didn't see it. So yeah, not sure. Your uncle's getting married tomorrow, Shine. Well, congratulations to your uncle. Yes, are you going to be anything, a page boy or anything like that? Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, that's very nice. Good day for us as well, hopefully. Yeah, so lots of congratulations to your uncle there. Yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice day. So there we go. So you can see the colours having a bit of trouble with it. I think it's just, yeah, just one of those. I need to perhaps have a sort out to see what it is. I don't know if it's the background, not my tablecloth, or what. I don't know. Anyway, it's a brown coloured, as you imagine. You saw it before, really. Might be the contrasting white plate and the dark background. It might just be too much for it to handle. I'm not sure. Could be actually. It looks a bit better now, doesn't it? Maybe I have to get some darker plates. Maybe that's what it is. It's gone a bit blue though, hasn't it now? It's gone a bit blue. Yeah. Maybe I need to get some dark plates. Maybe that's what the problem is. Not normally a person having black plates though. It seems a bit odd, but maybe for this review I just need to get 1 or 2 black plates. Maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah, look into that. Okay, right. Let's see if it works. So here we go. So what's the difference? Yeah, so these are obviously brown rather than red. So obviously the other ones. So you see what I mean though? It's got it does have a hazelnut on this one, but there is no hazelnut on this one, just chocolate. But it does have a hazelnut taste in it. So yeah, a funny one, that one. Yeah, interesting. Double chocolate, but still has hazelnut. So confusingly. All right, so it's going to be the same size and thing, but we'll move these ones off. Okay, yeah. All right, let's give it a bit of a measure then. As I say, we'll let's have a look. So we've got about 11.5 centimeters again, as I say. So just for context, because we'll check it in a minute on the box. Okay. So 11.5 centimeters it was. I think it goes down to 9 centimeters now. So it looks the same on the outside as the other ones. No difference there. I think we were expecting it to look the same. 11.5 roughly to about 9, so there we go, yeah. The width, not quite uniform width, but it's roughly 3 centimeters, 2.9. And height, at 1.5. And in the middle, about 1 centimeter. I think about the same. So, yeah, still has quite a nice chocolatey smell. So I've got the one I didn't finish with. Yeah, I don't think it smells particularly any different. Yeah, so what we'll do is before we Fimi Bob it, then we'll just plonk it on here and see. So you can see, yeah, you can see all the difference there. So we didn't do this before, but look at that, the gappage there. So, you know, if you imagine, yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, all the extras you could fit in here on the space at the top. So, I don't know. So, if we, I think definitely there's a width worth, isn't there, of one? Yeah, so we'll open one of the others just because so we can compare. They're all the same size. Make sure I don't get them confused. That's the only thing. Yeah, more mint chocolate Fredericks. I think I've seen those, Sham. Yes. Yeah, mint chocolate's not my favourite, but I know there's lots of people who do like it. You know, yeah, I do like mint. Well, I like it, but not as much. It's not my favourite, but I do enjoy it. I think I've got a mint chocolate one to do actually. But you can see here, look. So basically, yeah, you can clearly see. You know, there's about 1 millimetre there of difference, but gappage there. But I think that's acceptable. But yeah, you can clearly see there that we could fit in a whole extra bar with the bit at the top missing. If I put this one here like that, so that's 2 extra we could fit in, plus a little bit more. So 2 1/3 or something like that. So there's 2 extra bars we could have in the space basically. So it's a bit rubbish that, isn't it? A bit rubbish, I think you'd say. 2 and a bit, of course. And the height wise as well, I think the height's probably acceptable. You know, I mean, it's, yeah, there's a bit of a gap, but I think the height's not the problem, I think. But yeah, clearly, you know, we could fit more in there. So that's a bit rubbish. That 2 bars we could have fit in extra. Yeah, so, yeah. No, this is how it is, Sharon, that's how it is, yeah. Yeah, and there's no meltage there. Yeah. A fingerprint at the bit at the bottom. It looks the same as your one, so let's give it a bit of a cut. Let's see. Cut it down the middle. There we go. There you go. You can see the difference there. So the old one, as I say, was kind of a bit nibbled it really, but you can see the difference there. Or hopefully you can if the camera likes it. Yes, there you go. Yeah. Obviously this one's been a bit nibbled, a bit squashed. But I think you can see the difference in the cream colour. Yeah, so it looks to be, I say, no real, might have a slight hazelnut smell, but nothing too dramatic. Let's have a bit of a, you can see how creamy it is there. Very sort of creamy. Yeah. All right, I'll lift myself up and we'll give it a taste. Yes, there we go. Let's lift myself up. Yeah, so it looks more chocolatey. As I say, it's a bit of a shame that it's yeah, bit sort of hazelnut flavoured as well apparently, but I can't smell it, so we'll see. Just improve the brightness a bit. It's about the right level. Is that right? There you go. Yeah. Okay, there we are. A few clicks there, clicking about. Right. Okay, let's give it a bit of a taste. Here we go. Let's do it. Excited for this one, actually. Fingers crossed. It's definitely less hazelnutty than the other one. To the point where you might not really, I don't know, I wouldn't really think there was hazelnut in there actually, if it hadn't said on the wrapper. Yeah. I would say it seems less. The other one's got a very distinct taste. This one, hazelnut taste. This one doesn't really have that. It's very which I guess makes sense. Now it does. I wouldn't say it is really hazelnutty. As I say, it does mention hazelnuts. Let's see what it says on the. It says hazelnut 7%. You know, hazelnut's 8%. So 7 versus 8%. I mean, that's only 1% difference, but it is an eighth, I guess. But But you know, it's radically. It really doesn't taste really of hazelnut, to be honest with you. I mean, it must be that the chocolate taste just overshadows it, really, which I think is what I'd want from this. Yeah. It just tastes less. The other one tastes very distinct. You know, when you have this hazelnut taste one. It's a really strong flavour. Hmm. Hmm. I haven't said that when I've had that now. With the other one, it doesn't quite as strong. But you can distinctly taste the hazelnut, yeah. Um, the other one's just made very chocolatey, I think, and I think that's what you'd expect, and that's what I'd want from it, really. And I don't think it's been affected by the hazelnuts being in there to the point where you can't really easily taste them. Like the other one, I mean, there might be a slight way of detecting that they're there, but for me, it wasn't really there. It wasn't really prevalent, so I'm happy with that. So even though it might have a hazelnut base, or they are there, it really didn't affect it, which is, as I say, what I was hoping for and what I'm pleased about. Yeah, I like that one a lot. As I say, it's a bit less. The other one, I don't know, it's a weird one really. I mean, the impact isn't quite as strong as the other one because it's I say that hazelnut taste is quite distinct. It's not very distinct in there. There's no, but it's just chocolatey, this one, and as I say, so it's a bit weird after tasting the other one, and then you taste that one, and it's, you can markedly see that there's a less of an impactful taste. But I do think I prefer these ones. I just like I'm just not a big fan of hazelnut taste. This one, as I say, a bit more subtle. But as you say, if you imagine chocolate, just a chocolate flavour would be really, wouldn't it? It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I'd want to say it just tastes very chocolatey, very creamy. Well, it's very liquidy. It's not creamy. Neither of them. I wouldn't, even though they do look very sort of creamy. I wouldn't have said either of them, even the hazelnut one, tastes particularly creamy. Not the way I would normally refer to it as. Anyway, it tastes liquidy, a bit like yeah, it sort of melts away in your mouth very quickly. A bit like Lindors do, but Lindors to me are creamy. They're thicker. These are very thin. It just melts away very easily. There's no there's no sort of creaminess to it, which I prefer. I prefer that. Yeah, no, these are really nice. I like these a lot. These are a good. I said lovely crunch from the wafer. I like that wafer crunch. I like things like Kit Kats and stuff like this. As I say, and I think Kinder Buenos are sort of a bit of a sideways step from a Kit Kat, aren't they? They're a bit more about the sort of, I'd say the filling really. But this chocolate one is really nice. It's definitely my street. I think AB was interested in this one. I definitely would recommend AB for sure over the hazelnut one. I think for me and you anyway. I think obviously if you love hazelnut flavour, more hazelnut flavour really rather than hazelnuts, because there's no chopped or whole hazelnuts in the other one. It's like a Kinder Bueno. Then obviously that one's for you. But for me, this one doesn't really taste a hazelnut spread or anything like that, which you might think. It's not. It really isn't like that. It's more chocolatey. There's really not much of a hazelnut taste in there, which for me is better. Yeah, I like it a lot. I don't think it's gonna. It's just missing a bit of a wow factor, I think. Maybe because it's just, if it had, I don't know, had some bit of a something else in it, might just take it to a 5. But I think for me, it's a 4.5 out of 5. I like that a lot. Yeah, it was very nice, very different, very crunchy, creamy, well, liquidy. I mean, yeah, it's not quite the same. I might refer to it as creamy, but it's more liquid. There's not really a creamy taste there. It's, I say, it's just very melting in the mouth. Very nice. Yeah, it's a nice one. The consistency is not a thick one. I like that. Yeah, yeah. Mavitti's products to review. I don't think so. Might have a Maltesers one coming up. You never know. But Mavitti's one, I don't think I've got any in the pipeline. No, I don't think so. Anyway, I think there's one. There is a cherry Vib that's come out that I think I'm trying to find, but I've not seen it yet. I'm not expecting too much from it because we've already had we had the cherry bakewell one. I'm assuming it's not massively different. But yeah, and also the Mavitti's dark, the chocolate digestives tend to be a bit of a weak on the flavour side for me. They're too weak, I find. But cherry's quite a distinct flavour. As you saw in the cherry tier list, I quite like that flavour in chocolate generally. So fingers crossed. But that's what I need to find. But I've not seen it yet, so I'm keeping my eye out for it. So fingers crossed. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I've got my eye out for. Yes, there we go. So nice bit of we got some good chocks so far. I think I don't think these are. I mean, they're not. As Sharon said, they're not 2 in a pack. But you do get 7 in the whole thing. So obviously, while each one only contains 1, it's not bad, You can always have 2 of them. Obviously, there isn't an odd amount in here, so it does get to the point where you'll need to buy 2 boxes to get an even amount all the time. But there's enough. I think one's probably enough for a bit of a snack. But as I say, you can have 2, and I think it probably will be roughly the same as a Kinder Bueno. So yeah, no, I'm happy with those. Yeah, I think they were nice. Yes. So yes, we've got a couple more to do. I think now these ones are the ones that Scotty mentioned. I saved them till last, really. Yeah. So yeah, I said, well, tune into Stash Watch Time. You never know where to find them. You never know. Yeah. So Scotty put in a couple of new Mossoroff stuff. So I think they're new anyway, but they were kind of in a different section. Basically, Aldi and I think Lidl might be similar actually. Have a sort of special section sometimes where things go in, and it's a bit of a sort of Wild West free for all, really. It could be, you could be sort of having car tires or something, um, with some kind of lettuce next to it, something like that. It's a bit of a funny one. I'm not sure quite what to make of it, but after having a good look around 2 or 3 times, I managed to find them in between some random stuffed dishcloths or something. So yeah, it's a bit of a funny, it is a bit of a Wild West sometimes. Aldi and Lidl I found. At least the one where I am anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like that in all of them. I really don't. I get the impression it isn't. But as I say, the one near me was a bit difficult. So I think it could have been there for ages. But I think people might not notice them because these particular things are quite small. And just yeah, well, not small in the actual box size or whatever, but weight it seems to be quite substantial. But yeah, so it's a bit of a funny one. So I think Lidl and Aldi are a bit of a strange way they do things sometimes. I say it's not bad when he is like, I don't know, tense or something. Obviously that to just be in a special section and you find it there. But when it's actual chocolate and stuff like this, which really should be in the chocolate section, it's a bit, I don't know. I find it a bit of a pain to sort of having to wade through stuff that I'm not interested in order to find something that really should be put somewhere a bit better. Even I don't know, even if it's a special food, on the end of an aisle or something like that, like they do in Asda and things. Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. But yeah, well, here's the first one. I'm a bit apprehensive on this one. But here we go. Here's what it is. So it's the Mossoroff cookies and cream. Yes. So there you go. Filled milk chocolate. So basically Oreo, basically. So I'm a bit worried about this one. I'll say Mossoroff is, I know it's their posh chocolate in Aldi, but for me, I've not been a big fan of it so far. I'll say the Dairy Fine for me has been the one where it's at. I'm sure there is another. I'll say if anyone knows it, please put it in the chat or whatever. I'm sure there is another brand that they have that's I think slightly either between Mossoroff and Dairy Fine or Dairy Fine is the one between them both. But yeah, but I don't know. I found these ones a bit, these are the ones that kind of stand out to me as not being as good as other chocolate. Whereas the other ones, I think, stand on their own 2 feet, especially the Dairy Fine ones. I think they're really good. Whereas these ones are kind of trying to be other chocolates. I don't know, and I just find that they're not good enough, really. The Mossoroff stuff, not necessarily this one, but just the Mossoroff stuff generally, or Mossoroff. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So yeah, I don't know. I think these are like a step too far. They're not, but these look very nice, and so there's another one coming up in a minute which looks interesting. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm just a bit, I don't know. Yeah, like this one for instance. I think we've not reviewed it yet, but if it's anything like the other Oreo stuffs, I think it probably will sum it up quite well, in what I'm trying to say. Okay, well, let's have a look at it then. So we've got, it says 2 bars, which always annoys me as well. I don't like the way they do this either. They have obviously they did it with the spirals that we just reviewed, but these Mossoroff ones always come in bars inside, and they never look like they should do. They always look like they're going to be just a long bar or something, but it's always, and that kind of annoys me a bit. I mean, just sell it in bars, because it's always 2 or something. It's never, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's something about it I don't like. And yeah. So there we are. Anyway, so what does it say? Crunchy piece of cookies in cream filling covered in finest milk chocolate. So as I say, basically Oreo. The problem with the cream part is it rarely tastes of Oreo. There's only one. What was the one that did taste? What was the one that did taste of Oreo? There was one that we did the other week. I think it was an Aldi one. I think, or a little one. Actually did taste of Oreo, which was the cream part did taste of the Oreo cream, which was interesting. So yeah, so we'll see. Maybe it will do. But yeah, there we go. So the amounts per bar: 216 calories, 14 grams of fat, 8.3 of which are saturates. There we go. Typical values per 100 grams, 76 calories. Yeah, so it's well above the 500 to 550 scale. Yeah, there you go. 576 calories, 38 grams of fat, 22 of which are saturates per 100 grams. Suited for vegetarians. Takes 2 servings. Yeah, it does have palm oil in it as well, as we can see there. Crunchy cookie pieces and creamy filling covered in milk chocolate. There we go. It's got the usual stuff. Fair trade, PFC, all the other stuff. There we go. Right, yeah, let's give it an open and yes, let's see what it's like. So fingers crossed, but a bit apprehensive about this one. We never know. Yeah, as I say, there was one the other week. I just unfortunately I just can't recall which one it was now. That did taste, did get the Oreo cream taste right. So if it was Aldi, let's see. Okay, let's just adjust the brightness a bit. Yeah, so maybe we'll get like a darker plate and see if that sorts out the brightness issue. Might be what it is actually. Don't know if any of you like guys have darker plates, black plates and stuff. I know you can buy them, but they always seem a bit weird to me. But right, okay, let's give it an open then. So right, so it's quite heavy this, you know. I mean, what's the weightage of it? 75 grams, so it's quite heavy. So each one's, what's that, 34.5, is it? Something like that. Is that right? Yeah, 35. No, that's not right, is it? Yeah, my maths has gone terrible really. 37, is it? 37.5, there we go, yeah, 37.5. Okay, right. Okay, so I guess they're quite tightly packed as well. Hopefully you can see, as I say. Let's get them out. So yes, I think you would definitely say these look a lot less inspired than the one they came in. I mean, there we go, it's sorting the colour out. I mean, this doesn't look the same bar, does it? It should look like this, I think. This is why I don't like it when they're not quite the same. I mean, the writing is this bit's the same up here. You can see there, roughly the same. But it'd be nice to have this sort of graphic on it, wouldn't it, I think? Yeah. Yes. Well, this vegetarian, yeah, vegans are what you're thinking of, Jared. The vegan ones are the ones that don't... Vegans are the... people who don't eat milk and stuff like that. It's this vegetarian one, so this one's okay. Yeah, it's vegans. I know it sounds a bit similar really, but yes, yeah. So vegetarians are the ones that just eat veg, don't eat meat, but vegans are the ones that don't. Yeah, so in this case we can let them off. But yes, but yeah, you're right. In some instances, it does have that sort of strange where it may contain milk. But yeah, this case it's okay. We can let them off this time. But yeah, but yeah, you know. But yes, you're right. As you say, we saw it multiple times, and since then as well, I've seen a couple just in the backlog. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So let's give it a bit of an open then. Looks okay so far. Let's see what it looks like. So there you go. So 4 segments. Not too bad. Yeah. Lindor tier list. Yes, possibly Shami. There's one I was thinking of doing, but I think long story short is I probably need to go to the Lindor shop to get those different ones. Yeah, so yeah, I need to, there's ones you can't get in the boxes, so I might need to do that at some point really. Oh yeah, no worries, Joe, no worries. But yeah, well, yeah, we have been on the watch for that, haven't we? So let's face it, we need to do keep an eye out for that. Right, let's give a bit of a measure then. Okay, just check I've got it right. Okay, so what's that? See? About 9.5 centimeters. Yeah, so the width. Let's have another look. We see that 4.4. Look at that, that's quite uniform. 4.44 centimeters. And then the height. So I did height from over there, about a centimeter high. It's pretty accurate. And then in between, about 6 millimeters. There we go. Okay, not bad. Right, let's put that somewhere. Unless we'll put it there. Yes, okay. Right, let's give one a chop then. Well, there you go. Look at that. You can see moving on the section there and on the in between part how creamy it looks. Normally, sometimes you can't tell between sections. Let's give it a cut. I'll cut it down. Yeah, cut down the top. Okay, there we go. So yeah, not surprising. Looks a bit cookies and cream like. Yes. Bit like Galaxy Chocolate, says Sharon. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not sure really. Hard for me to... I feel like Galaxy Chocolate doesn't have a massively specific look to it, but you could be right there. It's gone very yellow, that hasn't it? Look at that. What's what happened there? But yeah, so it's trying to see what it looks like on... I think it looks quite accurate to the front, actually. I think that looks pretty accurate, yeah. I mean, not quite as glamorous. No, I think that's quite accurate, yeah. Might even look better. A bit taller, I think. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying actually, Sham. Yeah, now I'm looking at it like this. Yes, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it does a bit actually. You're right. Yeah, yeah, it does a bit actually. Yeah, good point. Okay, right. Yes, let's give it a bit of a taste. Let's just reduce the camera. There we go. Okay. Cookies and cream Yorkie. Yeah, good point. That really. Yes, I don't know why. I mean, hopefully it would be. I say cookies and cream for me is a bit of a funny flavour, but yeah, but definitely, it would be one of the better ones, that's for sure. As long as you get the cookies and cream right. Okay, we've got a whole section here, so let's give this a taste. So yeah, let's give it a go. Now, and cream section is very liquidy. It's like the liquidy sort of middle of the Bueno, pretty much, or the one we just had before, the spiral, or whatever. Really like their liquidy centres, most of Roth, that's for sure. Well, that's a really interesting take on it. It's very different. I say it's it just melts in your mouth pretty much. It's very, I say it's like the centre of a Bueno. It's just so liquidy. No, let's have another segment altogether. Well, yeah, really. Well, it's very different actually. It's very original. It's very different than any of the other cookies and creams fillings I've tasted, like the Hershey's egg we did that time, the Oreo bars, any Oreo bar. It's very different. It's very, let's say, very liquid. It really is just like the centre of a Bueno almost. It just liquefies in your mouth. I mean, it's even more liquid than the Lindor centre. It's very interesting, that, yeah. So they have done a different take on it. I guess it's more creamy than, Oreo. It's quite interesting to get a nice crunch in there. I wouldn't say it specifically tastes of Oreo, but there's a crunchy pieces in there. Well, I'm pleased, if nothing else, that they've done something different. As I say, it's not just that typical horrible, fluffy, creamy nonsense that you normally get. It actually is pretty much a melt in my cream sort of flavoury texture type affair going on here. I don't know what to make of it really. I'm not sure I'm particularly bowled over by it though, even though I'd say it's better. It's not, it's not really, I don't know. I think it's more like cookies and cream than any of the other sort of Oreo type affairs that goes on, which really are just more Oreo. It's really Oreo flavour filling. This one actually is cookies and cream. You know what I mean? It's more, it's not Oreo filling. Even though it's got cookies in it, it doesn't particularly taste of Oreo. It is literally a cookies and cream one. It's not just, that doesn't mean Oreo filling. Yeah, which is nice, which I'm impressed by. Yeah, I think, I'm impressed by that. I do. Would you? Well, who would you have though? Let's see. Oh, is that to reply to Sham's comment? I can't see it now. But yes, but this is interesting. This one, I like. Yeah, I like this. I think this is quite unique. This is quite unique actually. This is very much a correct take on the cookies and cream flavour. It's definitely different than all the other ones, all the Oreo ones. It's called cookies and cream, or any of the other ones that are called cookies and cream generally. There was one we did, say, a couple of weeks back that did taste actually of the cream from an Oreo, which was really good for what it was. But this doesn't taste like that. This isn't that sort of. It's not Oreo flavoured at all. Really, it is literally cookies and cream, and no, I like that. I'm pleased about that. But say I think for me, it's not really my favourite flavour generally anyway. Just because I'm not a massive fan of sort of creamy tastes, really. They're kind of just a bit too creamy for me generally. But this one does it. Yes, it liquefies in your mouth and you get like a nice crunch. Yeah, what to rate it? It's hard for me to say. It's not blown my socks off basically. Just because I'm just not really into. I don't mind it in ice cream, but I think in chocolate, I don't know. It's not. I don't know. It does. I don't know. The chocolate's not too bad though. The chocolate tastes perfectly fine. It's more about the centre though, really. As I say, that's the dominant part. And yeah, it's interesting. Definitely worth a try if you're definitely sort of always a bit disappointed with Oreo chocolate bars and really, these ones that are meant to be cookies and cream. They just taste like a sort of rubbish, powdery cream filling with a sort of, I say like the Hershey's, cream egg that they did, the cookies and cream egg, stuff like Hershey's cookies and cream basically, or any like that, like the Milka one, Oreo filling or whatever. This one's actually a lot different. It's just for me. It's just a shame that they've done it right, but it just still possibly isn't really the flavour for me. I don't dislike it though. Yeah, I think it's got a nice crunch in it. The chocolate's nice. I think that's just that cream sense is just a bit too. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're really more into, if you like sort of creamy senses or cream just generally, I think you can add probably a mark onto this. But I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. But I think if you like sort of cream generally, if that's your thing, if you like having cream on stuff, I think add a star onto it to be a 4.5 out of 5. I think is the gist of it. Yeah. Yes, I think they should do a cookies and cream Cadbury Dairy Milk bar. Did they do one? They did. Well, they did do. They sort of have done a couple. Sham. They've done like the Oreo sandwich bar. It's not really cookies and cream, but it was, yeah. Which actually was really good, and I do have that in my backlog. I think they've discontinued it now, but you can still get it from Home Bargains, I think. And I did do an Oreo one as well with that, but wasn't very nice for the reason I was just mentioning. So yeah, so they have done a couple, but they've not been. I say other than the sandwich one, they've not been that great. Yeah. Yes, there we go. But yes, they've not done it. I don't know. It's not really my flavour. I don't think is the gist of it. But I said the Oreo sandwich one was good. I like Oreos. I just don't like that cream centre that they try and do. That's a faux Oreo centre that they normally do for cookies and cream. But this one wasn't like that. This was actually was a proper cream, but it was just a bit, well, not a proper cream, but it liquefied in your mouth and it simulated a sort of creamy taste. But it just wasn't really, yeah. I'm just not a big fan of sort of creamy centres generally, and a bit like that. But I'd say, but yeah, it's definitely an improvement on the Oreo type fluffy centre. I'd say, other than that one we did the other day where it actually tasted like Oreo, the others don't taste like Oreo. Unfortunately, I just can't remember which one it was now. I think it was one of the little ones, I think, but I just can't quite remember, unfortunately. Yeah, one of the live reviews we did, so maybe someone can remember it, but I can't. I have to go back. A pizza flavour Cadbury's Dairy Milk, Cheyenne. Honestly, I would definitely try it, but honestly, that would be interesting. Well, that would definitely be one of the inventor bars that they should do for sure. Yeah, it's one of those where it's two things I like, chocolate and pizza, but I don't know. Yeah, well, who knows? Yeah, be interesting. It'd certainly be interesting. Oh dear, yes. Yeah, so we're going quite well for time today. Normally we get roughly around 6, but we might be a bit of an earlier finish one today. I've because I've generally got things into sort of set categories really, so I'm trying to keep things together. So I won't be doing so I can't sort of break into one area of chocolate because there's like 3 or 4 of them, and yeah. So we've done about this is the 5th one, so we've done okay. We've done alright today actually, but yeah. So probably the last one for today is the most of this one, strawberry cheesecake. Look at this. Yeah, so no AB will be a fan of this one. Looks very much like one of the Red L bars that we both like. So yeah, does look very nice. Strawberries and cream. So I know Milka do a similar one. Might be, it's strawberries and cream. I assume it's going to have the same sort of creamy sense, but this time obviously got strawberry sort of, what would you say? Strawberry, I'm not sure what you'd call it really. I forgot the name now. Let's see what it says on the back. Well, strawberry flavoured filling, well, they are filling, I guess. That wasn't what I was looking for. But on a delicate creamy base with biscuit pieces covered in milk chocolate. So basically it looks like it's the same as the other one, but with strawberry. This one definitely looks good. Yeah, you're right, Rick. It does look good, this one. I think out of the two, the strawberry could make all the difference, basically. But it does seem, as I say, odd that it's the same. It's got biscuit pieces in. What does it say on it? Milk chocolates. Milk chocolate says cocoa size 32% minimum. Milk size 20% minimum. Does it say how much strawberry juice, concentrate 2.3%? Don't think it says how many. Strawberry puree 0.2%. Curd powder. I don't think it says how much biscuits in. I was going to look for that. It's got palm oil in it or palm fat. I was trying to see how the same amount of biscuits in the other one, but I can't see a percentage or amount for the biscuits unless it's called something else. Okay. Typical values per 100 grams. 140 calories, 33 grams of fat, 19 of which are saturates. And so there'll be 2 bars inside, individual wrap, 12 grams of fat, 7.3 grams of 7.3 grams of which are saturates, and 203 calories. Yeah, so probably. So how does that compare to the other one? The other one's actually a bit more calorific, 216 calories, 14 grams of fat, 8.3 of which are saturates. The other one's got more fat and more saturated fat in as well. Yeah, interesting one then. So pretty much the same as the one, in all other respects. You know, it's got the same, quite nice packaging, to be honest with you. Yeah, a bit more excited for this one, I think, over the other one for sure. Still in a cool, dry place, it says. Right, so let's zoom down, give it an open. There might be more in this range. I feel like Scotty posted them on Discord, and I'm sure he put more than 2. Links in the description for Discord, by the way. I've done a video on what it is and what it's about, so if you're unsure, if you search Discord on in my videos, you should be able to find out about it as well. But long story short is you can come and chat there with myself and other people as well. So yeah, there's other things, posting videos and photos really, and other things like that. So yes. Right, okay, let's give this an open then. Yeah. So this one's not too bad, this one, Rick, doesn't it? I mean, you know, it's an interesting one because it's the sort of a distinct bar that they've done themselves rather than just copying another bar. So, I mean, there are strawberries and cream other bars that exist, but this one does look their own sort of bar. What does it say there? Allergy advice. Okay, so yeah, another uninspired wrapper really. I think it's not too. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. The outside wrapping had all the bells and whistles, but yeah. Okay, let's give it a bit of an open then. Right, so there we go. Yes, so it looks the same as your one, which I think got a nice strawberry smell from it. It's that strawberry syrup type smell that you get from having it on ice creams. You know, that sort of strawberry sauce. Yeah, which is nice. It's got a good smell. Good smell. Always a good start. Just wash the calipers a bit. Okay. Right. Measure Rooney, 9.4 centimeters, and the width 4.5 centimeters, and the height about 8.7. Is that right? Millimeters. 8.7, 8.6. Yeah. And then in between, about 5.4. There we go. Right, there we are. Yes. So let's give it a bit of a there, so you can see again the quite like the way the cream comes through on that point. Normally, sometimes when you snap these, you don't see the inside at all. Let's give it a bit of a cut. Cut it down the wrong, not necessarily the wrong side, but there we go. Yeah, down the middle. There you go. Look at that. That's not bad. Look at that. I think that looks pretty enticing. That I'm quite happy about that. Yeah, let's have a look at the. I think these have looked very much like they do on the wrapper, if not better, to be honest with you, which I've quite liked. I mean, look at that. I mean, this I've actually cut it down the other half here, so it's actually, but I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest with you. I think these have looked pretty accurate, and they've been pretty good, these. So I'm confident this one might, be something a bit interesting. So let's lift myself up. Yeah, these are. I think these Motor Off ones, I was saying before, I wasn't too keen on most of the Motor Off range. It's always been a bit sort of, I don't know, not quite what I'd hoped for. But this one, well, they're not my favourite bars. I think they're definitely distinct and have an air of quality about them. Yeah. Yes, it was the value brand. Yeah, Andrew. Yes, it was. Yeah. And it was nice. It was nice. Yeah, I recommend giving it. I don't think it was as good as Milky Bar, but it was nice. It wasn't far off. Yeah, it did look pretty much the same, didn't it, Joe? I think, bit up wrong there. I think, I was quite impressed with that. I think it might have even looked better in the one in hand, which is unusual. Right, so we've got a whole segment here. Let's, I'll say whole segment. Maybe I'll just bite it in half, but yeah, let's give it a go. Interesting one. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure on this one, There's some crispy pieces in there, but not as much as the other one, and they don't taste quite as distinct, so they are seemingly different. It seems like it's a different. It seems like it's a different cream to the other one. Actually, it doesn't seem to liquefy. It seems to be a bit more stodgy, I guess you'd say. It's more of a. Oh, the last one, the flavour of the cream. Well, it wasn't really that flavoured actually. It wasn't too bad, but this one, Yeah, the other one definitely tastes. Now this one for me, it has a very cloggy, creamy taste. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, almost to the point now it's made me appreciate the other one a lot more. um, yeah, I was saying the other one, oh, well, it's not really my bag and stuff like that. But compared to this one, I think this one definitely isn't my bag. It's really, I mean, it looks nice and everything. I mean, you can see all this here, lots of cream in there. I can sort of show you lots of raspberry, strawberry cream there. You can see how nice it is. Very red, but the cream, it's very it's a bit. It tastes well. It's not like this at all, but it's almost got a slight cheesecakey style taste to it almost. There's something not quite. There's something not quite right about it for me, and it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this one. I say I don't mind cheesecake, but I don't know. This doesn't taste quite right to me. It's just not. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very cloggy. I say it might be what some people consider nice for a cream filling, but for me, I don't know. It's not. This definitely is the type of cream filling I'm not too keen on. And then it's got that weird sort of, I say, cheesecakey type taste to it. That's a bit so. It doesn't, not exactly the same, but it's going towards that way somehow. I don't know how that is. And then the raspberry. I don't know. The raspberry's probably quite nice on its own, but when mixed in with this cream, I don't know. It just doesn't really taste nice. It doesn't. It's not lifting the cream up or anything. It's not. It doesn't offset it or make it taste better. It just mixes with it into a mishmash of not very nice. I can't really taste the strawberry is what I'm getting at. Yeah, not a big fan of this. It very much tastes a bit more like a cheesecake flavour for me. It really does. Yeah, it really does actually. Which would I like? Would I be? Well, I wouldn't be a fan of that in this case. It's too creamy. This is definitely the type of cream I'm not a big fan of. And I say, tasting a bit cheesecakey. I don't know. Yeah, it's not for me. I mean, it could be last chocolate syndrome. Don't forget, we are at that point. But I don't think it is, to be honest with you. I think it's definitely just not a great taste. This is the kind of cream I'm not a big fan of. It's too, and I say, it tastes a bit cheesecakey. The strawberry mixes in with it, which you'd probably expect, but it means you can't really taste the strawberry. You just get this weird sort of mix of, I don't know, something that's not that pleasant, I think, because of the cream filling. So it's not, at least it's not the same, or it didn't come across as the same cream filling as the other one. And the biscuit pieces were a lot less prominent in this one, and to the point where they almost don't need to be there. We get a slight taste every now and again. If they rebranded this as a cheesecake, in fact, they did call it cheesecake, didn't they? Oh, there we go, I completely forgot. Oh, there we go. Honestly, yeah. Well, there we are. At least the flake was right there, I guess, in the end. It did say it tastes like strawberry cheesecake, and well, there we go. So it is. My apologies. A bit embarrassing there. I think I was just thinking it was strawberries and cream. That's what I was thinking it was. All right. Well, there we go. So it does taste of a cheesecake then, which I said. So yeah, I guess so. Well, there we are. I just got into head it with strawberries and cream. Apologies for that. But we found out. So strawberry cheese. Well, it does taste of that. So there we go. Yeah. So I'm quite glad of that in the end. And, in a strange serendipitous kind of way, it's actually meant that it worked out in a way because I tasted what it's meant to taste like. Yeah. So well, in that case, it does taste of strawberry cheesecake. It's just a bit. The cream filling is just a bit too cloggy for me. It's just a bit too. I don't know. Yeah, I like cheesecakes. I do like them. And I think, and I was thinking, I can perhaps see why the biscuit piece is a bit less, because if it's a cheesecake, it's just there as more of an accompaniment, and that works actually. So I didn't say that because I didn't think at the time. I did wonder why there was biscuit pieces in there. I just thought I just got in my head it was strawberries and cream, but yeah, makes more sense now. Yeah, it's just the cream taste. I don't know. As I say, I like cheesecake. I do like it. I just think this is a bit too creamy. I don't know. I say the chocolate again, you can't really taste that much of the chocolate. The chocolate's kind of, it's there, but it's more about the cheesecake filling flavour again, really. But yeah, I like the way it is a different filling than the other one. As I was saying, it makes sense now that it would be, because it is strawberry cheesecake flavoured. I think it does taste like it, but I say just a bit too. It's just creamy. It's just too creamy for me. It clogs a bit, I'm just trying to think if it literally did have a bit of cheesecake in there. I think with cheesecake as well, it's the fact that you can taste more of the base as well, of the biscuit base and things. And I think generally whatever's on it is more distinct, whereas this one, it mixes together a bit too much. So I don't really get a strawberry taste. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't think it quite works. So it could be that if you literally did get whatever's in cheesecake and put it into this bar, I might be saying the same thing. So it might not be the fact that it doesn't taste not, it's not the fact that it's not exactly like a cheesecake that's the problem. I think it's more. I think it is a bit of that, but it's also the fact that the proportions don't quite work. There's not enough biscuit sort of in it to give it that cheesecake appeal that I like. The proportion of a cheesecake are good for me. I'm not a big fan of ones where they don't have much of a top. I like ones that have a bit of a fruit on the top and things. A good distribution of things that works well in the right ratios. This one, I just don't think has got that because of the nature of it. Really, it's just more about. It's just too much of the cheesy flavour and as I say, the cheesecake flavour, and it's a bit too cloggy and creamy for me. That could be the case if I did have just the sort of like the cheesecake part of the cheesecake without the biscuits and the strawberry top or whatever. But whereas I say with this one, with that, I actually do have the chance to get them in good proportions. Whereas in this one, it's just not in the right proportions, or they don't work together well enough. I don't know. I think if there's a chance you might like this one, as I say, because it depends if you like that sort of creamy centre and things. Maybe, but I don't know. For me, I'm not sure that you would, because, well, it just depends. If you like just eating the cheese part of the cheesecake and not bothered on the rest of it, then maybe this is for you. But I think otherwise you'd want them in the right proportions. So I don't think it is really down to just me not liking the sort of creamy centre. I think it is generally just not proportioned well enough. So I think for me it's probably a high 2, a low 2.5. I think I'm going to say a 2. I don't think there's any reason to say 2.5. A 2 out of 5, I think, for me. I think if you're really into just the cheese part of the cheesecake, maybe add a couple of stars on it, at least 1.5. But for me as a chocolate bar and things, it's just not really proportioned right. It didn't sit well with me. It tasted a bit sickly. It was a bit cloggy. It did taste like a cheesecake though. I will put it that way. But I just don't think the proportions were right enough for me. So yeah, 2 out of 5. That one, not quite right. Yeah, well, there we go, guys. Yes, perhaps a bit earlier than usual, but I think we normally do them for too long. I think that's usually have about 20 chocolates, so this time we're being a bit more sensible. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed that one. It was a bit of a good one. There's some good variety there, I think. I quite enjoyed this one today. I think we did a bit of different, unique stuff we've not done before, and a bit of variety as well. Wasn't too bad at all. Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. That I enjoyed that. What's the plans for this evening, Ree? Yeah, well, not sure yet. Just to pass, I might try and relax a bit. I think is just just had a busy couple of weeks. So I'm not too sure. I might try and catch up on some. I like to play computer games, stuff like that. I might try and catch up on those, but I'm so out of the habit of playing them now that it doesn't come naturally to play them. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, you got anything nice planned? I might just gonna have a bit of a sit down for a bit at first and just relax. I think. But yeah, it should be now. I'm looking forward to it though. To be honest with you, looking forward to it. I hope you're having a nice plan. Yeah, let me know. I'd say it'd be some good choc action today. I've enjoyed this one. I think they've been, I'd say, a bit different. Interesting as well. Interesting. I quite enjoyed those. It's hard to say really. I think definitely the chocolate spirals were nice, and I think the budget bone. What was it called? The essentials range, or whatever. White chocolate wasn't too bad. So interesting set really. Yeah, I enjoyed those. I definitely recommend the spiral ones if you're into Kinder Buenos and things like that. And the Motor Off special bars were interesting. As I say, for me they didn't quite get there basically, but they were good attempts and something a bit unique. They were pretty unique actually, and I don't think there's much of an equivalent elsewhere. So worth trying for that reason, I think. But I think for me they just didn't quite work. They were just a bit too, on the wrong side of the sort of the creaminess scale for me for the most part. But the cookies and cream one was definitely distinctly different from any other cookies and cream one chocolate I've tasted. So I was impressed with that, but it just didn't quite it was just only slightly above average for me. But yeah, well, hope you enjoyed that, guys. It was great to see you all again. Yeah, thanks his name before as well. Great to see you. It's really lovely. Thank you for all the lovely comments and stuff like that. Thank you everyone else as well. Yeah, hi Joe. Yes, I lost a peanut butter and oatmeal cereal. No, you're planning on doing. Yeah, see. Oh, that should be quite. Sounds very nice. Yeah, sounds very nice. Yeah, I know you like that, and yeah, very impressed. As I say, if you ever do join Discord, Joe, you've definitely got to post some photos of that. Well, you are on Discord, aren't you? Really, but I don't think you post the. I don't think you posted them unless I missed them. So apologies if I did miss them. Yeah, we love to see those anyway because it sounds so nice. I can't promise I would like them because sometimes I think, it's all like nuts and stuff like this, and sometimes I'm a bit, I'm not sure, but it definitely sounds nice. As I say, you definitely do some good stuff there. But yeah. But no, good stuff really. Sounds like you'll have a good evening as well. Yeah. Well, I hope everyone else has a good one. As I say, we finished a bit earlier than normal this time, but I think, as I say, I think I don't want to sort of crack open any of the other things because I think they kind of go together, and it would mean starting another set of stuff that I think I'd rather keep together, rather than do one of 3 or 4 of them or whatever. You know what I mean? So there we go. Yes, Joe. Yes, you just did a couple of chats. Sorry, Joe. I've chatted to you there. Sometimes I just, brain just. I need to sort of think about something for 2 seconds, and then my brain catches up, and I realise what I've said just isn't the case. One of those, but there we are. But yes, yeah. But yeah, no. If you ever don't do it if you don't want to, of course. But it'd be great to see them if you ever do. So yeah, it'd be great stuff. But about fact, yes, you've not said it for this yet. I know. I didn't even twig that you've not said it yet, Andrew. I should have twigged that you'd be back with that one. Well timed, anyway. Well timed. Oh, fingers crossed. You never know. This Christmas, you never know. They might do a special edition. You never know. But yeah, I'll see you for Stash Watch on Wednesday, everyone. I've got a bit of a new stash today, so no, it's not a massive haul, but yeah, there's some new stuff, and I've organised everything as well. So I've got a bit more organised with my chocolates. So yeah, but I'll do the June update. So I might go into that a bit more in a June update soon. So I might record that tomorrow and publish it this week sometime. Fingers crossed. So yeah, so there we go. Okay, guys. Well, you have a lovely evening. Enjoy the football tomorrow if you watch it. Yeah. I think Brazil are in the final as well of the. I know you're not too bothered yourself, Joe, but I think Brazil are in the final of the Copa America as well. So I think I think it's Brazil versus Argentina. I think I could be wrong. But yeah, I know you're not too bothered. But either way, I hope it goes well for you for Brazil at least. But yeah, have a great time, everyone. Thanks for all your chats and everything. AB, Shyam, Joe, Rick, Name, of course. Don't know if you're still there, but it's great to hear from you. And thanks for, as I say, your support as well. Thanks everyone for clicking the likes and stuff like that, leaving comments on free. Really appreciate it, so thank you so much. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great evening. I'll see you soon. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.